Hey guys, thanks for being here today. I want to talk to you today about the secret weapon of Squarespace. I'm Elizabeth Muller, founder of Bloom Creative Company, a Squarespace design agency, and I read a very interesting article recently in Inc., and it was about Starbucks. Now, Starbucks is taking this huge change and closing 400 shops nationwide. And it is not a bad thing. It is not a negative. They're looking at it as a huge positive because a few years ago, they started implementing this new rollout to make Starbucks available as a delivery for people because they're finding through data and in-store and online of their customers that it's not about sitting in the cafe, it's about enjoying their Starbucks in the way that they want to experience it. Now, the reason why this is positive for them too is because one, they started working on this a couple years ago, and COVID is what kind of propelled it to push forward a little bit quicker. And COVID has been regarded as this detrimental thing to so many of us small businesses, but if we can look beyond the negative and find the positives in this whole situation, we can find opportunity to improve our systems and processes, to save us time, to make us even more money than what we make on non-COVID times. And I wanted to break down this article just a little bit more because I found it so fascinating and so comparable to what we're doing in our small businesses utilizing our Squarespace websites. So like I said, they're closing down 400 shops nationwide for their Starbucks pickup. And the CEO described this as a unique third place between home and work that customers could go and meet friends, get work done, and hang out. So they are taking that emotional connection to the coffee and allowing us to have it wherever we want to. So like I said, this has been underway for a couple years now, and it's really a lesson in emotional intelligence is what the article tells us about the ability to understand emotional behavior and put that knowledge to work and leverage the data that we have on our customer base or clients. And he asks 3 questions at the end of the article that I want to ask you too. And I'm going to tell you in a second here how I feel like that relates to you and your Squarespace site. He asks, first, what about my customers has changed in the past 2 to 5 years and what can I learn from it? What am I not currently offering that would interest my customers? And how can I improve the customer experience? How can I make things easier for them? So you may have had things in the works before COVID that COVID has actually propelled you further to action and to create something or fix something. Or maybe COVID has just opened your eyes to, I need to sell online. I need to do things better online. I need to make sure I can withstand another COVID type situation being online and making sure that I can sustain and withstand. After speaking to hundreds of business owners since this whole COVID thing started, I am seeing all these businesses pivot towards online. And it's something that's necessary. Me and my team have been working our buns off over here trying to make sure that we get everyone set up accordingly and sustainable and to outlast other COVID type situations. But there's one thing that I keep finding, the scheduler in your Squarespace site. And the reason why this is so important is because when you start creating automations in your site to save yourself time, you will not only save time, but you will make yourself so much more money because you have more time to focus on moving the needle in your business and serving more people. I'm sure so many of you can relate to this. And this is how I started too. You get an email of an interested prospect. You email them back. Let's hop on a discovery call. They email you back. Yes, that sounds great. When? Oh, I'm available Monday, Wednesday. Perfect. Wednesday works for me. Okay, what time Wednesday? Is 10 o'clock available? Nope, I need the afternoon. Okay, 12. And you're going back and forth and it's taken you a week to schedule a discovery call, and it is just a complete time suck and a huge waste of time. So that is where integrating something like Scheduler, and I call it a secret weapon because it really truly is, integrating an automated process of booking calls or booking services, just eliminating a back and forth step. Now, there's a lot of ways that you can personalize that, and I'll break that down in this 2-part series that I will be breaking down Squarespace Scheduler, otherwise known as Acuity Scheduling. That is just one example. Another example is someone like Mary, a yoga instructor in San Diego, who her revenue was based on in-person classes all throughout the area. Now COVID happened, she can't be in person anymore, so she took those classes and created Zoom classes, which I'm sure you've all seen. So many different people or businesses have shifted from being in person for consultations or coaching or classes to putting them all online. And Scheduler is another opportunity to automate those when it comes to collecting payments or communication or reminders or anything like that. So this is why it's a secret weapon. It's taking something that you're already doing and improving it, saving you more time so you can start living the life that you want to live with your financial freedom and your goals of serving people and just making more money for your business, because that's why we do it. We don't serve people to be broke. We want to serve people, but we also are doing it for our business and personal gain too, so we can reach our goals of expanding a company or retiring early or whatever that looks like for you. So in today's video, it's actually a two-part series. We're going to do part 1 today, part 2 live, and just break down how to set up that schedule on your site and some best practices to help you collect data, kind of like what Starbucks did, where they collected that emotional intelligence data and used that towards pivoting and making better systems, processes, experiences for their customers. And that's something that we can do too through a couple ways. So I'm really excited to share that with you. Thanks for hanging in there through that intro. I want to show you how it works. So let's hop on a screen share and we'll dive right in here. So we are here in the homepage of Squarespace. This is my homepage that I've created. You can see we've done a lot of training so far. But we are talking about Scheduler, and there are 2 ways to get into Scheduler. You can go to acuityscheduling.com, or you can use Scheduler inside of your Squarespace. And the reason why there's 2 places, Squarespace combined forces with Acuity, I think it was the end of last year, and now it is inherently on your site. So if you're starting it out for the first time, I recommend just doing it within your site, because it will keep your site management and your scheduler in one place, so you don't have to bounce around to 2 places, and just make it a little bit more simple on yourself. So there's a couple different steps that we need to take to get you set up. And what I am going to set up today is basically what I do for my own business, for Bloom. And it's going to set up a streamlined way of booking discovery calls. The process that I take is, when I get an inquiry, I send that person to my homepage. It has a video explaining what I do and what we focus on and how we work. And below that is a button that takes them directly into Acuity. So when I first set it up, it was Acuity Scheduling, but it looks exactly the same. So there's no difference between, minimal difference, but whether you're locating it in your site or through the URL, that's the main difference. It looks the same. Setting it up is the same. So whatever platform you're using, this will work for either one. So when that person books or clicks the button to book a discovery call with me, they are sent to Acuity. And this is where I have them take the time to tell me exactly what they want. So the process is book a discovery call. They select the time out of my availability, and I only set my availability Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a 2-hour window. They select the availability that works for them within my calendar. They fill out an intake form where it helps me understand what they're struggling with, what their goals are, what they're looking to get out of the website. Fill out the intake form, and then it's booked. So let's jump in on what that looks like and how to set it up properly and make sure that we're kind of checking every box. So when you set up your trial with Scheduler, let's back up. You'll see it right here, homepage under Scheduler or Scheduling. And this yellow box will appear when you're in it for the first time, and it will tell you what you need to do. So we are going to follow the check boxes first, and then I'll show you how to tighten up everything else. So first step is to set your availability. So if you go into the appointment calendar here, this is going to show your bookings. Right now, there's no availability, so we need to work on that. So down here under business settings is availability. And you need to determine Well, this is actually a great way to kind of set the stage for your work week too. If you could have dedicated hours for when you take calls or when you talk to clients or check-in calls or the services you provide, it's really going to help you maintain a streamlined flow of your week. You know what to expect. Nothing's surprising you. You don't have to work around your crazy schedule to make something happen. It is specific hours. So that's what I'm going to check right here. I have regular hours every week. So this is, instead of going into every single day down here and adding your availability, you'll go right up here to your regular hours every week. And then you're just going to click in the box. So I'm going to put what I do every week. So from 3 to 5. And that's every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm just going to copy and paste. And I'm going to hit save. That's it. So now it'll populate in the calendar down here. And if you go into all the upcoming months, there it is. Now, let's say, for example, I know on Thursday, July 2nd, I have a super open day. Projects have ended, or I need more business, or any reason that you want to take more calls, because in this situation, we're setting up discovery call bookings. So let's open up the day from 12 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock. There it is. So you can set hours on specific days. Maybe you have a doctor's appointment, you can't take calls, maybe it's a little bit later for that day. That's all you'll do. You'll go in and edit that specific day, and that will reflect on the booking link that someone is going to book you on. So we have that first step, set your availability. Next, we need to create appointment types. So you can hyperlink here, you can click here, or you can go back to appointment types here. So again, this is my discovery call process. So I am going to add a new type of service. And as you can tell, it's pulling from what I already do. Now my duration is going to be 10 minutes because I should, with all the steps I'm about to show you, I should be able to find if this person's the right fit for me or if I'm the right fit for them within 10 minutes. There's going to be no price. It's public. I want everyone to be able to see this link. So if there's some other opportunity to talk to someone, maybe it's a client check-in call, and you don't want that availability to be everyone. You don't want people booking you at random just to talk to you. You want to make sure that's available to your clients. Then you would click private and it would generate a different link, which I'll show you in a few steps here. So we are going to create this appointment type. And there it is. So as you build more services, if I wanted to add another one, final screen share call. So at the end of all of my orders, all of our projects, we do a screen share teaching session to teach what we did. So this one, maybe that's 30 minutes. That is going to be, we'll make that public, create the appointment type. And there's the second one. So as you build these new types of services, they're just going to list down here, and you can turn them on, you can turn them off, you can duplicate them. This here is your direct scheduling link. So if you click this, if you only want someone to see just one appointment type, this is what you will do. You'll hit copy and you can email it to them. You can put this link in the website, which again, I'll show you in a couple steps. You can embed the scheduler. You can make it a button on your site, and you can get the link for Instagram as well, which is awesome. There's been a lot of really cool things added for Instagram lately. So if you are let's say you're a yoga studio and you're doing your group classes online, you would click here for a new type of group class. Maybe this is a yoga flow level 1, and it's 60 minutes, and you're just checking down. You're just going down the box. So I know a lot of yoga teachers do their classes based on donations, but let's just give this one. Remember, this class is $10. Maybe we create a category, whether it's vinyasa or yin or meditation or something like that. You can add a picture of your logo if you want. That will show up. And again, private, public, private, and then you can add a max number of people. And you can give them the option to clients must sign up for all the times that this is offered. So you would create this appointment type. This is not, oh, okay. So we have to adjust our availability. So let's go back and do that. class is not offered. This class isn't being offered. Click Edit to fix. So if we click Offer Class, we have to pick a date. So maybe it's June. Let's do July 1st at 10. Which this is actually really cool because this is different than a couple weeks ago when I did this last. So now they're prompting me to tell me when I should offer this. So this is actually a really cool example of how they're kind of really on top of it when it comes to booking your classes. So if we save this class, it is now on our schedule. That's actually really cool. And that's the first time I've seen that. Now we want to add an intake form. So this is a really good opportunity to get a leg up on your discovery calls to learn more about that person that's calling you and that is interested in you. And this is a really great way to meet their objections. So if you're asking them what is ailing them, what their pain points are, you can directly meet those objections during the call and show how you solve those problems. So I always recommend doing some sort of a form like this because it really helps you get to know these people that you are looking to talk to and will really help you grow your sales exponentially. So let's make a form. And you have a bunch of different options: text box, drop downs, checkbox, a list, yes or no choice, file upload, address. We need to name this form. So let's just call it our discovery call prep form for web design or redesign. Description. This is where you can put please. In mine, I think I put, please fill out this form to the best of your ability so we can know how to meet your needs best. Something of the like. Just letting them know how important the form is to you and that you appreciate them filling it out. And then you would add a text box. How did you find us? Maybe the next question is, what problem do you solve with your clients or your audience? And you'll just go down the list and you'll have to really think hard about what it is you want to learn about these customers so you can best meet their needs and where they're at in their business. And this works for any type of business doing a discovery call, whether you're a dentist or a copywriter or a marketer or a one-on-one consultant. This is going to give you very, very valuable information into what people actually need help with. When we hit Save Form, we need to go back to our appointment list. Oh, I'm sorry. This is where we'll hit it. So there's two ways to add the form. You can add it here under which appointment it's for. So discovery call, prep form, please choose which appointment types you want it to show up for. So it's for a discovery call. We're going to hit Save Form. And when we go back over to our appointment types, which I just realized I named the same as my form, we're just going to do let's do that. Make it a little more clear. This is where you're going to see it over here too. So under forms. So if you have 10 different forms, you can pick which form you want associated with that appointment. We'll update. So we've set our availability. We've created the appointment type. We've added a form to the appointment type. We need to add scheduling to our website, as you can see, step number 3 here. So when we go down here to scheduling page link, this is going to produce all the links for your site. So we're going to do it the most simple, basic way, and we're going to do a content block for scheduler and enter the link. So let's say we just need our discovery call link. Maybe we have a button on our homepage that says book now for your discovery call. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to the home, and we are going to create an appointment page. So we'll go right to page layouts. Again, we're trying to save maximal time on everything we do. So these look really good, and we're going to just select one that looks best for us, that gets the point across, gets the message. Let's title this Demo Appointments. Enter. And then we're just editing the page like you normally would. Clicking on Edit, Book an Appointment, text here. Thanks for and booking a call. Now, here's their example. This is a content block. This is their example here. If you click the bubble, just like you normally would editing on your site, When you scroll down, it's this appointment scheduling block. So if you click that, it's going to pull up this box. And since it is inherently collected from your scheduling page, you can click what type of appointment you want to show. So we added that class so you could do your class, and it shows the date and time, or you can add your appointment type. And we're going to pick discovery call. You can add a custom link, which is the link that we copied here. So when I put that in and I hit apply, you'll see, well, it's not supposed to show all of them. I must have copied that wrong. But you'd add that link there for that specific appointment or for an all-inclusive link for all the appointments. We'll do appointment types, discovery call. We'll hit apply. So the process of someone coming in and booking this, if I hit save and hit the arrow, and this gives us a view of the site like it was live. So a person will come on here, they'll see the available days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just like we set, right? And if we go to July, and there's that one day where we set more hours, and this is what they're going to see. They're going to have to place all their info in, and here's the form questions, and then they'll complete the appointment. So this is the first initial steps that you need to take, and on our next video, we'll talk about refining it just a little bit more. I hope you all got a ton of value in that. Stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to dive a little bit deeper into some other functions within Acuity, but you can go and do this today and set that up and start creating those systems for yourself to save you time and start making you more money. Again, this is a skill that you can master in your Squarespace site that will just produce insane results for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and give the video a like if you want more people like you to see this and really help other people grow in their businesses as it pertains to their Squarespace website too. I'm Elizabeth Muller, founder of Bloom Creative Company. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you on the next episode.